Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to shape the waist of the Natalie Bray basic bodice pattern, as well as take off the excesses from around the bust area and the under bust. So if this is what you would like to learn, please keep watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. On this pattern, I've gone ahead to add the under bust line, both for the front and the back. For this model, the length to under bust is 34.2 centimeters. So this is not constant. This is for this model, 34.2 centimeters. From the top line, I squared down her length to under bust. So do the same for yours. Length to under bust for this model is 34.2 centimeters. And I squared across. I would like to mention that the Natalie Bray basic bodice pattern still has some excesses in certain areas, like the bust area, the under bust, and the waist. Not in all cases, but in most cases, there are still some excesses. So we're going to take off these excesses. And in order to do that, I have gone ahead to make a table. So on this table, I have these headings. I have the line, I have the pattern measurement as half, the body measurement half as well, excess minus ease. I'm going to explain this table. So for the line, this represents the different areas we are going to take off excesses from. So we have the true bust, we have the true bust line, we have the under bust line, and we have the waistline. We're doing the same for both the center front and the center back. Now, I would like to mention that this pattern is only half of the full bodice pattern. So what do I mean? This is half of the front pattern, but a quarter of the full bodice measurement. This is half of the back pattern, but a quarter of the full bodice measurement. So when we add both the front and the back, we have half of the full bodice measurement. So that is a quarter plus a quarter would give us half. This is why I have half written here and half written here. So I would like to mention that I do not take off this 3 centimeters that was added to the hip line as an excess. I usually leave it because it provides a nice shape for the hip and it gives it some ease so that it's not ill-fitting. But I do take off some excesses from the other lines I mentioned previously. So we're going to measure each of these lines to check for excesses. We will start with the true bust line. So here we have 27 centimeters. 27 centimeters. Here we have 22 centimeters. Moving on to the under bust line, we're going to measure this line, but we'll skip the dart space. Here I have 9 centimeters. This is 16.2 centimeters. This is 10.7 centimeters. This is 9 centimeters. Moving on to the waistline, we're also going to measure skipping the dart. So here I have 8.1 centimeters. I have 15 centimeters. Here I have 10 centimeters. I'm also skipping this dart just to measure just what we have here. Here I have 7.8 centimeters. On the true bust line, we have a total of 27 centimeters for the center front. For the under bust line, I have 9 centimeters before the dart. And after the dart, I have 16.2 centimeters. So I'm going to add 9 centimeters to 16.2 centimeters. And that will give me 25.2 centimeters. I'll do the same for the back. So I'll add 9 centimeters to 10.7 centimeters. And that will give me 19.7 centimeters. Here I'll add 8.1 centimeters to 15 centimeters, and that will give me 23.1 centimeters. I'm just underlining it. I'll add 7.8 centimeters to 10 centimeters, and that will give me 17.8 centimeters. So for the true bust line, I'm going to write the total measurement gotten on the true bust line. That is for the front and the back. So that would be 27 centimeters plus 22 centimeters. That will give me 49 centimeters. For the under bust, I'm going to add 25.2 centimeters to 19.7 centimeters. That will give me 44.9 centimeters. The new waistline, I'm going to add 23.1 centimeters to 17.8 centimeters. That will give me 40.9 centimeters. Now, we have the body measurement. So this is the measurement taken on the body. For instance, our actual bust measurement. So for this model, her bust measurement is 92 centimeters. Half of 92 centimeters is 46 centimeters. So that is what I'm going to write here. I'm going to write half of her body measurement around the bust. So this is 46 centimeters. Next up, the under bust line. So the model's under bust circumference for this model is 74.8 centimeters. So half of 74.8 centimeters is 39.9 centimeters. Moving on to the new waist. So for this model, her waist measurement is 70 centimeters. Half of 70 centimeters is 35 centimeters. So 35 centimeters. In order to get the excess for each of these lines, we'll have to do some calculations. Subtract half of the body measurement from half of the pattern measurement. So we'll have 49 minus 46. That will give us 3 centimeters. Next up, 44.9 minus 39.9, that will give us 7.5 centimeters. 40.9 minus 35 will give us 5.9. These are all the excesses from the pattern. However, we do not take off all the excesses. We have to leave some ease. It's recommended to leave some ease between 2 centimeters to 3 centimeters on the half bodice pattern. That is on the pattern that we drafted. This means that on a full bodice, if you decide to take off 2 centimeters on the half bodice pattern, it means on a full bodice, you're taking off a total of 4 centimeters. If you decide to take off 2.5 centimeters, it will be 5 centimeters for the full bodice. If you decide to take off 3 centimeters, you're leaving an ease of 6 centimeters on a full bodice. So for me, I prefer to take off 2.5 centimeters on the half bodice pattern. So this would be 3 minus 2.5 centimeters. Remember that 2.5 centimeters is the ease we're leaving. Whatever we get after this calculation is the excess we'll take off from the pattern. So this will give me 0.5 centimeters. For me, I've decided to use 2.5 centimeters as my ease. Now, if you decide to do the same, you have to also leave the ease of 2.5 centimeters on each of these lines. So 7.5 minus 2.5 centimeters. 5.9 minus 2.5 centimeters. So this will give us 5 centimeters. On the new waist, this will give us 3.4 centimeters. We'll be taking off 0.5 centimeters on the true bust line. So we're going to share that equally. That means I'm going to take off 0.25 centimeters here and 0.25 centimeters here. So this is 0.25 centimeters here. Okay, I'm marking that. Moving on to the underbust line, we have 5 centimeters excess to take off. Please pay close attention to what I'm about to say. We're not going to share this equally. You have to take off a maximum of 1 centimeter on the sides of each of these blocks. So we're going to take off 1 centimeter here on the side, on the center front side, and 1 centimeter here on the center back side. So we take off 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter here. Just mark 1 centimeter. We're going to take it off. Just mark 1 centimeter. So I have 1 centimeter marked here and I have 1 centimeter marked here. Now that means we have 3 centimeters left. So we're going to divide 3 centimeters by 2 so that we can mark that on each side of the dart. So here we have 1 point, I'm going to mark 1.5 centimeters here. And from here, I'll mark 1.5 centimeters. So moving on to the new waistline, we have 3.4 centimeters excess to take off from this pattern. Now, if you're going to run a seam along the center front, mine is on fold. So, but if you're going to run a seam along this line, you can take off 1 centimeter from here. But I'm going to leave mine this way. We can take off 1 centimeter from here, take off 1 centimeter from this side and 1 centimeter from that side, and then we have 0.4 centimeters left, which we can take off on either side of the dart. So because mine is going to be on fold, I'm not going to take off anything from the center front line. So I'm going to take off 1 centimeter on this side, a maximum of 1 centimeter, please, on this side, and I'll do the same here, 1 centimeter. Then we have 1.4 centimeters left. 1.4 divided by 2 will give us 0.7 centimeters. So I'm going to mark 0.7 centimeter here. And I'm going to mark 0.7 centimeter here after the dart. Now we're going to connect all these points to give us the shape for the bodice. So I'm connecting from this point to the 0.25 mark here. I'm not connecting everything at once. So I'm connecting from the true bust line to the underbust line on the side. Then I'm connecting to the waistline, placing your curve really well. So for the underbust, first connect this line to the dart line. That is the straight line that runs from the top line to the bust point. Just connect. This is how I shape my underbust. Using a French curve, connect from this 1.5 centimeter point to this true bust point on this straight line. I'll do the same on the other side. Please note that if you're using a diamond dart for your garment, connect these curves back to the tip of the diamond dart. However, if you're going to sew a princess cut or a seam running through the bust point, connect to the true bust line. Please do not take off any excesses for the back along the underbust line, just for the front. Now connect from this point to this point on the waistline. This is a 0.7 centimeter point, the same as this one. So okay, then connect from these 2 points to this point. So this is our new dart. Everything here is going off. Moving on to the back, we're going to also shape out the excesses. So from the U, and I'll connect to this point on the waistline. Please, before cutting out your pattern, use a French curve and smoothen these parts. Do not leave them sharp. So So when cutting out your pattern, follow this new curve for the front and this new one for the back. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.